शान्तिरोखधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्
over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, good over evil.
I want to, on behalf of Uganda and on behalf of the National Resistance Movement, I want to thank and congratulate the Mehtas on 2 counts. Number 1, the elder Mehta, who pioneered the sugar industry in 1924. I thank him. I thank him and I congratulate him. And I also congratulate, because you hear that Mehta here, when he finished studies, he came here in 1952, started being engaged in the management. Now that is a good 72 years. That's not a bad contribution. So clap for him. As an individual now, and his wife, who has been supporting him. So I congratulate the Mehtas for pioneering the sugar industry in Uganda and other industries. Secondly, I congratulate them and I thank them, in this case, in particular, Mahendra Mehta and his wife, for not giving up after the disappointment of Idi Amin, the way he mishandled our people. When we called them back, they came immediately. The big problems in the world, but particularly in Africa, have been mistakes on 3 fronts: philosophical mistakes, ideological mistakes, and strategic mistakes. The good luck, I don't have time to go into each one of them, but for instance, on the philosophical side, one question that has been disturbing people has been, what makes man work best? For altruism or for self-interest? Now, some people have made mistakes on that. So therefore, when you are designing a strategy for the whole society, it is not correct to design as if the whole society will work on the basis of altruism. So that's why there was quite a bit of a mistake in Africa in the 1960s, when the private sector was not encouraged. And in fact, it was discouraged. Fortunately, our movement started in the 1960s as a student movement, and we spent a long time before coming into government as a student movement, then a liberation movement, and eventually, by the time we came into government, we had clarified our views on all this. And we put them in what we call the 10 points program. And if you read those 10 points, you will see that what we said then is what we are saying now. Now, like on the issue of the government nationalizing private property, which was common in Africa in the 1960s, this was definitely a mistake. Even if you are a socialist, it was not necessary to nationalize what the private people already had. You should have supported that. Then if you want to start a parastatal, you can do it. Parastatal, separate. If it works well, it works well. If it doesn't, but you don't interfere with the private sector.
Start by saluting that man who founded the Mehta group. He demonstrated great courage, persistence, and must have been a special kind of person. Yes, thank you. I want to congratulate the Mehta family on their contribution to the development of Uganda through their many, many different enterprises, such as the sugar industry, cement and building materials, electrical cables, horticulture and floriculture, and many others. The Mehta Group is one of Uganda's largest industrial conglomerates. In the same vein, I applaud the NRM government now, under the able leadership of our president, for not only creating an enabling environment that has enabled investors like the Mehta family to thrive, but also for taking the godly and courageous step of restoring the wealth and property of our brothers and sisters who were sent away from Uganda by the brutal regime of Idi Amin. So today, yes, please do that. So today, we do not only celebrate the Mehta family, but many families of Indian origin who have made a significant contribution to our nation, and I'm sure many are represented here today.
And Your Excellency has also inaugurated that 2015. We are supplying to Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Reham, and other units. It is doing very well. So the pollution control of the water coming from the sugar mill is treated biologically with the help of the anaerobic fermentation, aerobic fermentation, and then it is recycled. Solid waste coming out of the sugar factory is converted into compost, and that is being reused in the fields, cane fields. Last year, we made a compost of 40,000 tons of compost, which we put up in the fields. So we are working with zero effluent. It is only because of your guidance.
In our estate, we have 14 primary schools, 2 nursery schools, 1 secondary school, and all together, more than 6,000 children are studying in these schools. Thirdly, our workers are living in houses provided in 46 different locations. Some of them have electricity and fresh water supply, but many do not. They have to walk long distance to fetch water to collect from natural streams which are available in the estate. Earlier, we had provided electric pumps, electric motors to give them the piped water.
That everybody should pay taxes. Some of the people are not paying taxes, which is not an even playing ground, which we are discussing with URA. We will sit together with them and sort it out. Another thing, Honorable Daudi Mikerego is working on the biofuel. But what I say, sir, most important thing is the price of biofuel. if we make the ethanol, what price? The petroleum companies are very stubborn. Sir,
through perseverance and the dedication of countless Ugandans, it has grown into a diversified conglomerate that continues to contribute immensely to the socio-economic development of our nation. This establishment has been at the forefront of creating employment, fostering local expertise, and developing strong communities. Its contributions have not only sweetened our lives, but have also strengthened our economy. As we celebrate the past 100 years, we must also recognize the need to adapt to a rapidly changing environment. In today's globalized world, industries must be more innovative and sustainable, able to withstand economic fluctuations, environmental concerns, and technological advancements. This company, with its proud legacy, must continue to evolve to remain competitive and thrive for another century. We must embrace new technologies, invest in green energy, and modernize our processes to meet the demands of the future, while remaining true to the values that have brought us this far. As we reflect on the past 100 years, to all our distinguished guests, thank you for being a part of the celebration. Let us now join hands to mark the next chapter in the company's rich history.
3, 2, 1. Congratulations.